So, a big event happened here in Washington today, 36 years ago.
Okay.
You know what that was?
Mm-mm.
So, it took place on southwestern Washington,
Okay.
and it resulted in 57 deaths
Wow.
or casualties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does it ring a bell?
Still doesn't know. I'm kind of new to the area, so I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, the eruption of Mount Saint Helens. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, where were you when that happened?
Um, let's see. In 1980, I was in Tucson, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I was 6 years old. So I was in kindergarten, first grade, my first grade. Yep. In Tucson, Arizona. That's where I was.
Wow.
Yep.
So, what was your reaction when you heard about it?
Wow. I didn't know at that time, being as young as I was, that volcanoes even existed in the United States. I always thought they were only on like remote islands somewhere. To actually have one erupt in the United States and not being like on Hawaii somewhere, which was really shocking to me.
Yeah.
To actually have it happen in, Pacific Northwest was really shocking. Really shocking. I remember one interesting thing. After it happened, I was probably, I would say 4 or 5 years later. My family went to this gem and mineral show in Tucson. And Tucson has a gem and mineral show every year. It's huge, huge. Exhibitors from all over the world come to sell all kinds of jewelry and rare stones and everything. But this one guy had little tiny bags, Ziploc bags, about that big, about that wide, full of what he called Mount Saint Helens ash. And he was selling it for like $1 or $2 a bag on his table. And I remember my dad buying one and giving it to me, and I had that thing for the longest time. But I often thought, is this real Mount Saint Helens ash, or is it just stuff out of his fireplace that he was selling and labeled it as such? So
Yeah.
that's my big remember of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they say this is a pretty important event to remember because they say that history repeats itself, and
Sure.
geologically that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not only could same thing happened to Mount Saint Helens, but it has neighbors like Rainier and Hood
Sure.
and
Sure.
all that stuff, and
And they're still talking about, even now, that thing's still rumbling, it's still an active volcano.
yeah.
So I don't know how far away it is from erupting again, but I know it's still an active volcano.
Yeah, they say it could happen tomorrow or it could happen 50 years from now, and
Right.
they're saying that.
I've never been there, never been to it. So in fact, if you told me, if you came in and asked me to give you directions to Mount Saint Helens, I would have no clue. So have you personally ever been to it? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How close can you get to it now? I mean, can you get all the way to the top? Do they allow you, or they stop you, or?
I think it requires a license or a climbing permit to to climb on it,
Right.
and I've heard of people like camping inside the crater, and
Wow.
I think you're required to be a geologist to do something like that.
Sure. Is that, I know like Rainier has snow on it year round. Is that a peak that also has snow on it year round? Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah. I wonder what the average temperature is. Even though it's an active volcano, can you feel the heat change being up there, or is it not quite that hot up there? Like you would, like for instance, going to Hawaii and going to some of those active volcanoes.
Yeah.
You're only allowed a certain number of feet to it.
Yeah.
You still feel the heat coming off of it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if you say you've been up there, can you feel that heat, or you can't really not really notice it?
I don't think you can notice it, but I think you would you would definitely notice it if you were inside the crater,
Sure.
on the bottom there, and
Right.
they say it's nice and toasty.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Yeah. So, in your interview process, have a lot of people known what you're asking about when you ask it? Okay, they finally put two and two together. And
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
think about like asking some college kids, and I remember watching like Who Wants to Be Millionaires a few years ago, and they asked questions like, what happened in 1980, and Mount Saint Helens was on there, and the person that was supposed to answer was like they had no clue. It's and this was like college kid.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
And this person was from Seattle.
Sure. Now, if I remember correctly, and I think you even said it, that 56 people lost their life.
Yeah.
Was that? And again, it's been 36 years ago, and at the time it happened, I was 6 years old, so I don't remember a whole lot about it.
Yeah.
Were those people happen to be hiking or camping on the mountain when it happened, or was that just a result of all the ash falling down, or what was the cause of the death?
I believe it was a little bit of both.
Landslides?
A little bit of both, and it was landslide, and there was that old guy Harry Truman. He was people were telling him to leave his lodge, and he was just being a typical old guy. He's just really stubborn. It's like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah. Right.
And that ultimately cost him his life.
Can you actually? Again, I've never been up there, but just kind of comparing to what I know about being in Hawaii and seeing the volcanoes there. Obviously, you see the lava fields and stuff. Can you see that up on St. Helens, the lava fields where it poured out? I mean, I don't know if did it actually pour out like a typical volcano from like in Hawaii when you see the molten lava come out.
I don't think there was any lava. It was just ash.
Right.
It was just it built up inside the volcano and built up a lot of pressure, and just finally when it gave out, it just exploded.
Blew the top out.
Yeah.
But no lava came out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if I'm sure you can probably find some old TV recordings on YouTube about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I'll have to look into that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, being up here now, and again, my geography is so skewed to this area because I've only been here for about 2 years now, a year and a half. Is St. Helens northern Washington, up near Canadian border, or is it further? Is it south?
It's southwestern.
South.
It's
Okay.
like you can see it from like Portland, and
Okay.
I was actually in Portland one time when back in like 2005 when it started having its little eruptions there, I guess, and now they say that it's recharging, just getting ready for the next big one.
Right. Well, that's it. Talking about that, I remember 2 or 3 weeks ago they said there was like a 2.5 earthquake here in Kittitas. But I didn't feel it. I didn't feel any shake or tremor from it. But there was an earthquake here.
Yeah.
Pretty low, pretty small one. But yeah, I wonder if that was associated with. Well, we're probably too far away from St. Helens to feel that though.
Yeah.